At the ball, there's runs here, two status. Miami Chargers versus the Fighters 11. No loss. Early in the proceeding, number one. Ali goes outside the off stump and it's hardly and called wide. Ali, the local lads here, plays in the Gold Coast. Once a good morning to President. Outside the off stump and he's one into the onside. For one, they're thinking two is going to be flirting with danger. Better throw. Really, really interesting. As the non-striker by the striker. So he takes first strike now. Outside the off stump and that one is wide. It's telling the umpire the batter is coming across, so I'm taking the ball further away from him. By his judgment, he did not walk far across enough for him to bring that into his decision making. He says, I know he's just a guide, but not giving him a fair chance. This time he plays this one from the bottom edge. It was counter. We started it on Thursday as a 10-10 T10 International Premier League, but because of the inclement weather yesterday, the remaining matches from today and into Sunday gonna be 6 overs aside. This time he's driving. It's in the air, coming off the outer portion of the bat, goes down to backward point, but just for a single. So no boundaries coming from this over, but see two wide. Again, competition rules. Only 10 men allowed to be on the fielding team at any one time, and all of the 8 men can be anywhere on the field of play. Anywhere. In other words, there's no 30-yard circle. Outside the off stump again, playing with the inner portion of the bat. This ball trickled out to the mid-on position for a single. As that over comes to an end, pretty decent one, just 8 coming from it. No, my word. Another delivery. Yes, he would have two wides. Yes, we have to count for those wides. They have to be bold, re-bold. Outside the off stump, in the air. He's going down to a man stationed there at the deep backward point. Takes the catch. Number one goes after last delivery of Ali's first over, and they're delighted. Delighted to see the Paddy. He goes for 4 runs. So Ali is really happy with it. So the umpires are doing much better. Well, it's a new format, so we have to understand that this was initiated by MAQ TV. The thought, 10, why not just take the 20 overs and cut it an hour and a half time? Fast. So So we have Johnson. He's the man who he held nerves here in 2 to win, 1 to tie. He bowled a dot. And remember his claim to fame, he was super over. He was open, became triumphant because of the left arm. And after that, he was one of the highest paid at the highest sought after cricketer. Yes. You didn't hear that, folks. You were not on air, but so 2 runs in the making, and we say 2 runs are not coming by here. But in sunshine, we hope it stays this way for the remainder of the day. Yesterday was a wash. We still have some clouds hovering around. I see some smoke in the far eastern thing. There's a fire. Let's hope that all is well. It's not on camera. It's not on view. This time you're coming after him. It's in the air. But it's away from the man up in the 30-yard circle as it trickles down to the cover sweeper position. They can only get one. If they were mindful, they would have been taking another because the throw came in a real underarm throw. They could have sneaked through another one. In these, I don't think we'll be able to see all 10 wickets in 6 overs. Yesterday, on the first day, we realized all 10 wickets from a 10-10. This time, he's swinging at one right across it, but it must have been going up. That one was going up from our advantage point here, and I think the umpire, the umpire is giving him the yellow card.
Yes, lovely there by Vincent. Two really lovely guys. You know, I spent some time with them yesterday during the rain break, and this morning they were here very early at around 6:45. Held a discussion with them concerning as this inside edge goes past the wicket keeper, they're going to come back for 2. So we held a discussion, you know, in terms of speeding things along today. We have 11 games, Ivor. So, plus CCUSA's board meeting is today as well. So we had to speed things up. And in speaking to them, they're two really lovely guys. I enjoyed my conversation with them.
Brothers by name.
Vincent Brothers.
Vincent Brown and Vincent Hartley. One is from Jamaica, the land of wood and water. And
not necessarily in that order.
And Vincent and it's golden.
Yes. Gone. Timber.
Lights. Camera action. Stumps here that are lit up. So the bowlers and fielders like to see those red flashing lights. Thank God there's no blue in the red. You don't want to see the red and blue.
Yep. No one wants to see that.
No.
They want to see green.
Yes. So
except when you're a batsman and you see green, it means you have to walk. 13 for 2, the Miami Chargers, and the Bales are well charged. Fell off there, flickering. This is our 3rd game today, and kudos to the organizers here of Cricket Council USA for wanting to give everyone a chance. You know, you cut the overs and ensure that everyone plays, because they're coming from different states into Central Broward here to play, and you want to give everyone an opportunity to go out there.
It's not just to be out there, it's to really perform in an international stadium. This is an international.
Yeah, everyone fights. You know, last night I held a discussion with the chairman, and he was suggesting that, you know, he's probably going to look to take some of the games to the outside field, and then he said, you know, these guys really come down here because they want to be on the center stage, and the center stage is here. So it was good thinking last night to have the matches just cut a bit in terms of the overs. It would not take away from the excitement. In fact, it will add to the excitement, as we saw this morning in the Super Over. Have everyone play. So we have 11 matches today, and then tomorrow we continue with 2 final preliminary round games, 2 semi-finals, and the finals, and then Ivor will get a rest. Not arrested, but a rest.
Yes, well, I'll be doing umpiring duties in the morning, but I'll be right on time, I believe, for the finals.
Well, that's in your hands, as I told you offline.
Yeah.
How quickly that game goes is all in your hands. I'm not suggesting anything untoward, definitely.
No, nothing suggestive about the words that came out of your mouth. It's the way how they've been received by the receiver.
I remember in South Trinidad, there was a match that I was involved in, and someone paid the umpire a bribe of a drink, a choice beverage. And one team had made 68. This is an overthrow now. They're going to take 1. They should come back for 2, make it 3 in all. In fact, they're looking for 3 overthrows. So the total. Oh, what a bit of work by the wicketkeeper. And he was in. The umpire saying not out. So he was well in.
Yes, he was in.
And that's a total of 4 runs.
Good work. But it was good running too, because he took no chance. Even though his back was turned, he flicked the ball behind his back. Dhoni does that. And he really hit the stumps, but the batter kept going. But it was right in the position. He could miss that. If my mom at 104 with her eyes closed would have missed that.
Your mom was 92 on the opening day. All of a sudden, she has aged by 12 years.
Yeah, I said dead. Remember, I use the word dead now. I said my dead mom.
Oh.
So
she has passed on 12 years now.
There you go.
So she made 92.
She made 92.
Wow, impressive.
Yes.
8 short of a century. Ball him! And another wicket falls here. This time it's Farouk. He sends back Siddhartha Gandru, and he leaves for 2. It's 18 for 3. I tell you, these guys, they test whether you can pronounce names.
Yes, Tanvir again, one of the local boys here who plays in the league here. He hit timber, so I know tomorrow he's gonna say, I got a wicket on the international stage. I hit timber. I needed no assistance. But who needs run out when I can hit timber?
Yeah.
I was asking for a run out, the previous delivery.
Yeah, but what he's doing good here, Tanvir Faruqi, is that he's bowling wicket to wicket. You miss, I hit. And remember, they're going after everything at the moment.
So it begs the question, we have 3 wickets down. Are we going to see 10 wickets in 6 overs? Not a chance. No, not a chance.
Well, this morning we saw 8 in 5 overs. And there was a chance of a run out in the last over.
Yes, you're right. Yes, the sun is playing hide and seek with us. But we're more worried about the lightning, because that's what held up play for the better part of yesterday. Yeah, the horn went off and decided, well, the sun is out, but I'm going to outside the off stump. This one keeping low. Taken there nicely by the wicket keeper. They've been using the same strip from Thursday, but again, we're using one end to speed up things. They're having all the overs bowled from one end. So at the end of every over, you'll see the batters change end outside the off stump, and he's swinging at this one outside the off stump, trying to induce the umpire into calling a wide, but the umpire stands firm and saying, no, I'm not going to call a wide for a ball that you went after and missed. If you thought it was that wide, why were you swinging at it, going for all of the marbles? But because you missed, I should credit you. There's no aiding and abetting here. I think that's what umpire Vincent Hartley is saying. Outside the off stump, and he's playing with the inside portion of the bat. And they get a single. 18 for the loss of 3 wickets. Miami Chargers trying to set a target here. Getting up to the halfway mark. 6 overs encounter, because they're trying to
to make up games that were waned out yesterday. I want to say good morning to Cardinal Mills. He's over there in the U.S. Virgin Islands, taking in a portion of this MAQ TV inside out, and he plays it one bounce down to, oh my word, he got in behind it, and the ball trickled past him and went beyond the boundary ropes for a boundary. So he was well struck, but you've got to get your body behind it, especially when you're that close to the ropes. You don't want to have any recovery time. So the end of a successful over in which Tanvir would have struck. Tanvir, he has a brother that plays in the league. I think he'll be on display tomorrow, as a matter of fact, in the finals. The game I'm umpiring. Yes, Tanvir, he's going to be on show. So let's hope he has enough energy, having played here today, for tomorrow's game. Because you said everything is in my hands, and you really meant, let the folks know that you meant I should be drilling these guys and speeding up the game. So it's no rest for the weary. Because Judy calls, I have to be behind the microphones here to call the finals. I'm sure it's going to be an exciting one. Another local boy, he's down the leg side, he's swinging, but the deep backward square gets in the way and sends a throw in. 2 bounces into the wicket keeper. So Morshed, we've seen him here before. Again, like I said, did not wheel the willow in the first match that he played, but he's a good striker of the ball, a good all-arounder.
Yes, Morshed Kalam driving. They're going to go back for 2. So that's good by the batsmen. They're looking closely at the fielders. At any little fumble, they're going to head back for 2.
Yeah, that's not a very fortunate area, because the 4 runs that was given came from there, from a misfield, and now a misfield enabled the batters to get an extra run. And we said Morshed, he went down last Sunday in the semi-finals. So if he would have won his game last Sunday, he'll have been playing in the finals tomorrow. But his team went down by a few runs.
Who wants to win that when you can be in an international venue? In the air and over the ropes. Dropped off the field as well.
By a spectator?
Well, actually a player, number 71.
Yeah, he's not playing. So we call him a spectator for now. Well, he might very well be playing, because the rules are that 10-men field.
Yep.
And you declare 13.
You wouldn't want him to feel. There's Morshed down the track. You're going to get 1.
You're being harsh on the youngster. But see, if Wages wasn't it, I think he would have caught it, because, you know, for folks who take catches in the pavilion, normally you give them a little token of some. Maybe you could give him a helicopter ride in your helicopter.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Driven away down to backward point. Protection. 1 more. So the score is now 34 for 3. 1 delivery to go in over number 4. Miami's on the charge. Siram Nimala, 16 of 6. He's taking strike now. And it's going to be Morshed Kalam. Oh, that's pulled away for 4. That's an excellent shot. He picked his gap perfectly there into the boundary for 4. And at the end of over number 4, the score here, 38 for 3, the Chargers.
Yes, indeed. There's no man in the cow corner area, and he just really found the gap between the wicket. And it was 4. From the time he left the bat, he charged Morshed. And he's the man who's doing the heavy lifting. He has gone to 20 from 7 in a total of 38 for the loss of some 3 wickets. Overs to go, 12 legal deliveries left. Again, he started here, and the tournament is still dubbed as the T10 International Premier League, although you're witnessing 6 overs aside. Bear in mind, it's not a 6-over competition. It's a T10 competition, but because of the inclement weather yesterday, the administrators and organizers would have put their heads together and said, teams get a chance to play in the stadium. And in calculating the time, that would bring the proceedings to an end, with all teams getting a it's here. We have to understand that cricket, it's a team sport, and it's played out in the middle. Unlike Vinod, who played his games. Oh, he's not here. I was going to say a little thing on who plays the game with the mouth. Another local boy down the leg side. He's swinging at this. They're going to be leg byes. And again, his team went down in the semi-finals. Lynette Smith, we want to say good morning to you, listening in over there in St. Kitts and Nevis. So my understanding, Tony Tawillit is here. He's swinging this one down to deep fine leg position for 4. That was a bad delivery. It was badly lined. It was always outside the leg stump. Just needed to get some bat in it and picked his spot, and he did that effectively, and he got 4. Height, not the distance, but he's going to fall well short of the man who was sitting back on the ropes in the long off position. Stanvey. And he picked it up late. Very get in there to poke the catch. Nazir Charlie. This time he's playing this one down in the center of Juba. Juba, he's drop those, I can tell. He has a safe hands. Hitting batsman went down in the finals here. All he had to do was to take 4 paces in, and he settled, and he took it, he drove it straight to him, and he was struck with pace, to be honest with you. So with a wicket under his belt, Naeem down the leg side, and he's swinging. It's a loud appeal, but it was pitching outside the leg stump. By the laws of cricket, you're not going to get that LBW decision if the umpire is worth his salt. Ball being pitched outside of the leg stump. In other words, that's a free hit. So Naeem over the wicket this time. He's balled him, knocked him over. He was giving himself some room. So 2 wickets in this over for Naeem. So redemption for him, having bowled a loosener down the leg side, been tugged away for 4. He was spot on ever since that loosener down the leg side, picking up 2 wickets along the way in his 4th delivery and in his 6th delivery. As a matter of fact, he had an appeal from the 5th delivery, but that one was not worth the shout because it was pitched outside the leg stump, to be honest with you. Was the 5 and at the crease we have Key and we have Surinder Singh. Both batters are on not inning, but they're beginning their inning. Started quite some time now. The Miami Chargers the way on 5 from the Broward County Stadium, right here in the beautiful city of Lauderhill City. Coming to you compliments MAQ TV. This time outside the off stump, the slow part gets off the mark. He's looking too, but would have been suicidal if he was trying to run a second run. Of the local competition. So he's trying to touches onto this inning with ball in hand. Very nice fellow, calm and cool and collected. His map. He's appealing for one that is striking the pad. Leg by given here by the umpire in that peculiar, but it was struck outside the off stump from our advantage point here. We're not directly behind the sticks, but from our advantage point, he would have struck him outside the off stump and perhaps going over as well. But the umpire, he's the main man. He was in the better position. This time a swing and a miss. Salayuddin is bowling round the wicket and darting in one from outside the off stump, passing the off stump. Now a word of advice: the sings to it, and we're going to be running. Even if the ball goes back to the bowler, I'm going to sacrifice my inning. I'm going to run, even though you can run me out here. So if the ball goes to the wicket, keep to run. That's just my opinion, folks. Hear what they're saying. This time he's getting some wind onto this one. He's going to go down to Juba in the deep extra cover. Not going to take any chances with him. He has a good, nice, strong, flat throw coming in from about, say, 45 yards away, because he's running off the boundary. It's a 65-yard boundary. So just one more to the total. Away to it's again. I want to welcome all the visitors to South Florida, and by extension to the ground here in Lauderdale City. This time he's getting an edge. This one getting the back of the bat. He was trying to be cute. This one trying to turn it around the corner, and leg by is given. So came off the pad. I was wondering how the ball there. If he had to hit the bat, yes, he would have had to come from the back of the bat. But it came off the pads as he was outside the off stump trying to work it into the onside. Nonetheless, the score advances by 1-49. And leg buys for you young cricketers the batter does not get credit. The team does for leg buys. In the air, there's a man running in, trying to get onto the catch, but can't. And he fumbles and enable the batters to run two, and they were trying to run free. And he's run out. It was a non-existent free, to be honest with you, so they got bonus one, to be honest with you. It should have been 1-1. They end up getting 2 and trying to squeeze out of a bottle instead out of a lime. He took one for the team. The wicket doesn't matter in the wicket column. He did the right thing, trying to advance his team total by 1. Because who knows, Salah could have fumbled on the return and he would have made good his ground. As well, having won 3 runs. It's a
So we're back here. The target is 52 for Bangladesh. Remember, they lost their first game, Iva, as they welcome Iva after his sumptuous lunch. Iva?
Yes, I'm going to have the bubbles. Just need the water now to make my bubbles bath water. So I have
Yep.
to.
Yeah, well organized.
Organize.
Here's the first delivery. Down the leg side, signal wide there by umpire Hartley. Or is that umpire Brown? Umpire Brown signals wide.
No, you got it right.
Hartley, I got it
Yes.
right?
Short of the two.
This time, first run off the bat. Remember, the target is 52.
So 50 more to get. And that's the beauty about chasing. You always count going down instead of when it's setting a target, you're hoping to count going up. Cricket. Only soccer would have outdone cricket in terms of numbers, popularity. But cricket seemed to be getting there because even in China they play cricket. Coming off the outer edge, and they're going to be running two as the fielder down there making heavy weather of stopping that one.
Yeah, I think he handled the backspin well. You have to give him credit there. He was going to his right, and the ball on pitching close to him spun to his left. He was able to cover it.
Good running in the sticks.
Oh, that's 6. Length delivery in the slot and out of here.
Yes, that one was struck in the manner of Dwayne Smith. We have seen Dwayne Smith here playing and opening up his innings on the Saturday with a 6 into the onside, and on the Sunday taking first strike again with Chris Gale having a look at the non-strikes. Then he nonchalantly hit the first ball of the second day's play for 6 in the same.
Such as his brute force. Cracked away down to point. They should come back for 2.
back.
In fact, it goes for 4. Well, an argument is ensuing here between the fielder at point and the one at cover sweeper.
Yeah, the point gave up on it when he was closer to him.
He's probably
Yeah,
telling himself, what's the point?
Yes, it's coming. We're like, the ball is closer to you, pal. Go ahead and just cut it off.
Well, while arguing, Bangladesh has gone up to 14 without loss. We
Yes,
might
so
have a
it's-
quick game here, Ivor.
Well, it's quick. From its infancy, it's only 6 overs. So 12 over match. So in terms of a 2020, it's going to be quick. Now they're going to get another 2 here. Got to be fit to play this.
16 in the first over. Remember, they're chasing 52.
And cricket is a funny old game. You can get 16 without any pressure. You're in a super over trying to get to 7.
You can't.
And you just get cricket is a mind game. And you've said it so many times.
Yeah.
Cricket is 85% mental.
It's a mental game. Pulled
It
away,
is.
tugged, won. 17 at the end of the first over.
And if they had to chase 17 from this one over victory, I doubt you they would.
They're not getting that. Yeah. Well, the way they're going, just 35 now to get off the next 5. I'll give our technical man, Dave Mongal, will have enough time to eat 2 more of those doubles. He's had 4 for the morning. I think he's going for 6.
They're trying to balance it.
That's the 3rd one Dave Mongal is having. And he'll have 3 more after that. He's going for 6.
There's no room in his lap. Look at it.
He loves the doubles. He's a Trinidadian, you know. That's a national food down in Trinidad.
He doesn't play singles, he plays doubles.
Ah. I think in your parts here they call it chode bature.
Okay. 35 for
Yeah, so that's right. Yeah, we got it right. Yes, confirmed by our scorer Shean, who bowled a wonderful over in his last game. Played away. They're going to look for 2 here, but I think Ahmed, his gas is running out. He needs to visit the petrol store. I want to advise him that when you're in these parts, you need to go to Costco. They have the cheapest gas. I actually went into Costco yesterday. Oh, BJ's? Okay.
Those wholesale. Those
Yeah.
wholesale.
Actually,
Costco, BJ's.
I went to Costco yesterday. I went to fill up the tank and I got regular at 4.06. Would you believe? When some other stations is bordering around $5. It was so cheap. I wanted to buy some and drink. This is played away down to deep end wicket. They're gonna come back for 2. Say good afternoon to our hard-working umpires coordinator, Salachi. He's a good man. He's dressed in pink today. Pink shoe and pink top. Driving not to the pitch of it, but effectively gets 1. You think Bangladesh can record their first victory at this tournament?
Of course, for that, with 21 needing to get to 52, just about half there, I think it should be not a walk in the park, but they should overhaul the 52. The target is in front of them. They seem to be running well between the sticks. And they started off quite
First
well
game,
with
yeah.
17 from
Yeah.
the first over.
Always eases the pressure. Ball him, as we said it. Is it the umpire? Is it the commentator's curse? Zubair Ahmed goes for 16, swinging with his head in the air.
There was no need for that. Juba, he normally closes the inning for his team. He took a brilliant catch down in the mid-wicket area. He hits a long ball, yes, but that was very naughty of him. That's not his style of play. You know, Juba, like I said, his team went on in a losing cause on Sunday, and he didn't come through for them then, and it seemed as if he is not going to be one bringing it home for Bangladesh. But that was a good delivery. It was on stumps. It was. He played baseball style. I mean, you just don't stay there and just swing. He's a better batter than that. And you can see he's walked back as a dejected man, surprised. I'm surprised by the way he played at that. He's a strong player. He bats nonchalantly, but he hits a long ball. And he just closed his eyes and swung at that. But you have to give the bowler credit. He plays in the local league as well at CUM. So they know each other. These guys play amongst each other here every Sunday. So he knew he just had to get it in the block hole. Invited him for the drive. He thought it was a nice, juicy ball, but he was yuck.
As you said, he normally closes off the innings, so he was sent there basically as a pinch hitter, although every batsman, I think, in this shortened format is a pinch hitter. Down the ground. Doesn't have the power to split the fielders. Only 1.
That's not good running. That's not good running.
Should have gotten 2.
Yeah, of course. And the striker now is telling him exactly that. He just trolled one. He thought
And he's just walked out there, so he can't be tired.
He too is a hard-hitting batsman, but he doesn't run between the sticks. I can tell you that. See again, the non-striker is.
Well, a misfield, so they're gonna get 2. The bowler throws the ball away. He's upset. The Mala is upset.
Clearly upset. Over number 2, so that was a good tidy over though. You got a wicket and a prize wicket of Juba, and only 7 coming from that over. What a contrast from 17 from the first. He wanted to remain at 6 from his over, not 7. He's visibly upset.
So 2 was gone, 24 already there. So with just 52 required. Just 28 runs again of the next 4 overs. That should be a walk in the park here at Central Broward.
I would imagine the competition rules are that you have 5 bowlers. One bowler can bowl 2. So let's see who will be the one bowler if they go into this 6th over. To be bowling the 2.
Here's Gandrew. Struck on the pad, no appeal. Probably got bat onto that.
I was outside the off stump in any event, so he would have been.
Yeah, did get bat on it.
Yes.
Nope. By
Outside the off stump, yeah, hit him outside the off stump on the pad.
Hartley, is it?
Yes. Vincent Hartley says no bat. No bat
How long has umpire Hartley been in this profession?
in the umpiring.
Yes.
Oh, that's a broad.
Yeah.
Let me steal your term.
It's abroad indeed.
It's as broad as Broadway. Well, I played cricket with him here, and he didn't stay in the arena too long while I was playing. That's in the 80s. So from in the 80s, he'd been umpiring.
Not a wide. Nice high action. I like Gandrew action. It's a nice high action. He's going to get the ball to shape away as well, given how he is positioning at the point of delivery. But he needs to get closer to the right hander. He's a bit too wide. Too wide that he has bowled 2 wide deliveries. Again, 3 wide deliveries now.
Rightly called by the umpire. Even though the batter would have had a slash at it, he did not move his feet to come across. So
I don't think he could have reached that with a ladder.
I think with a fishing rod
That's very wide.
and going further away.
Slow delivery driven. Point is there.
Fighters 11 trying to get to 52 for the victory. They've been aided here by some wayward bowling here. His name?
Ganjuju.
Gajuju, yes.
Oh, good delivery. Hiked away. And the fielder could have made a better attempt there, I thought, in trying to effect a wicket. You take wickets, you normally slow the run rate.
Yeah, and he's sending a weak throw as well. But you know the disadvantage for the fielders, they don't have a wheeler man in the middle. Normally you relay to the middleman, so they don't have that strong arm with a nice flat throw coming in from the boundary going to the wicketkeeper. So it's always going to be 2.
Oh, and that one I thought castled him.
How did that one miss the sticks? Back in the day, we used to say, if that stump was coated with a coat of varnish, if it was painted with a coat of varnish, he would have been gone. That's how close it was.
So Andrew has buckled up after his initial 3 wides.
Well, he's putting the ball into play, but the batter is coming after him. They have not played a defensive shot. They're thinking 2, but it's not going to be a wise decision.
No, I got a good feeling there by that particular fielder. He attacked the ball quickly.
That's the thing. Sahil, that's our leg spinner here in these parts. It is nice spinner on 8 fielders outside. Edging.
That's 4 fortuitous, but it'll take it anyhow.
Well, your number is on the board. And it's always brings to mind April 11th, 1981. The great Robert Nesta Marley would have taken his last breath. That date, 36 years of age.
Yeah.
Would have done so much.
Robert Nesta Marley.
Yes.
My family actually, my son was playing for Trinidad and Tobago on the 15 team. The tournament, regional tournament, was kept in Jamaica. I had exited after a couple of games. I had to go back to Trinidad, but my wife had stayed on, and she was able to take the kids to his home, Bob Marley's home, which is now a museum. And you know, it was really sad. Way before, prior to his death, his studio was shut up,
Yes.
and you know, it's the bullet holes are still evident there.
Sad. That was sad.
I remember,
Even when he was shot, I mean, that was sad. I mean,
I remember my very good friend Sir Viv telling me that he used to, when the West Indies played in Jamaica prior to the test matches, he used to go up by Bob Marley and play a little football in his front yard with him.
okay, the great man, two greats. That's good to know. So we're hearing this in this historical.
Oh, that's a big hit, and that's 4. Down to the Titans Cricket Club sign behind square.
Yeah, he didn't really get it in the meat of the bat, but he had enough on it to go right of the square leg umpire. There's a man stationed down in the square leg, but he got across the boundary rope so quickly he had not a chance. Only to retrieve beyond the boundary. Are you gonna be fasting? Not
No,
you.
no, I would
Not a
not.
chance.
Yeah. I'm a Hindu.
I saw Vina this morning eating from a tray. I thought it was a horse. One time I said, "Who's feeding you with so much food?" I said, "I'm making up for the days, man. When we were here and just was so busy. Food was there, but we couldn't eat it because we were so busy back here."
Yeah. Outside the off, he's dangerously going across that stump, but he's not going to mix matters, as you said. You know a lot about him. He plays here in the Gold Coast League,
Yes.
Rahman. He's a hitter.
Yes. And Shivam, he's the one who's going to be bowling the two of us. He has a wicket on this. But he knocked over Juba. This time he's changing mode. He's going around the wicket. He must have seen something. Just 12 to get. Ooh.
So it's 41 now. This is the third game today. The last game. Ending in a tied decision. They went to super over. So that would have eaten up some of our time. So after this game, we still have a small matter of 8 more. Are you up for the run?
Yes, I'm committed to the task.
I never doubt your commitment. I'm asking if you're fit for the task.
We shall see. Having a glass of tang. There's not. You forgot my heart to tie.
Oh, it was here. I saw one guy beat a hasty retreat with it. I thought you had given it to him. Which means tomorrow I then service you with another box.
Okay, thank you, sir. But let me go ahead and say tonight is the finals between India and Jamaica at the night cricket. This sports park in Laurel Hill.
Struck on the pad. India plays who? Trinidad?
Jamaica.
Oh, I thought it was Trinidad.
It's not doing too well right now, so
Um,
it's the deal with Alex, and you need to bring the viewers up to speed.
I think that game has ended.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You need to bring them up to speed. Kyle Powell got one out in the 80s. lackadaisical. He seemed to be a man in form. Hope he's not been discarded by the West Indies. The guy's too good a batter. West Indies is not in a good space to be tossing cricketers like a Kyron Powell. A good head on his shoulders as well. At one time he was slated to be captain in the West Indies team. I don't know.
Yeah, things went all downhill, and then he decided to come to America and try baseball. You'll remember that.
Ever since that, he got back into the West Indies team, and if you ask me, they would have left him out when he was the second top scorer in the team, only behind Jason Holder. So I was like, what message are we sending? Well, not only Jason Holder, I think Jason Holder and Dowich, those two had a few more runs than him in the team, but yet he was dropped.
Just to go back to your match, Trinidad versus Leeward Islands. The Leeward Islands 357, Trinidad 140. And then Leeward's batting a second time, 241 for 7 declared. Trinidad 271 all out.
So they were beaten badly. And I emphasize badly.
Yeah, Trinidad losing there after winning their first 2 games.
Another local boy in the Gold Coast League here with his leg spinners. Started nicely. One that's nicely flagged again from the back of the hand outside the off stump. This time it's gonna be getting boundary here as field was spread wide and they need to bridge that gap. There's something wrong there.
So
He's bowling leg spinners and they have the winger fielders on the inside and have the 5th man up in the circle on the onside. That man needs to be stationed in the offside. So that is poor field placing. Yeah, he's bowling leg spinners. It's going to be into the offside. You need that extra cover. So a ring of fielders in the offside again. And he's pulling and he's going all the way for 6.
Well, that's the victory.
No, for 4.
Still, it brings up the victory. And it's 53 for the loss of 1. Victory to Bangladesh, their first victory in the tournament after they lost their opening game against the mighty Titans. So their interest has been restored in this competition. We're going to take a short break. And after more thoughts from Ivor, we're going to be right back.
Well, game, set, match. County joining us. We have reduced all matches from 10 overs to 6 in order to get in all of 11 matches today. Yesterday, matches were aborted because of the lightning was in the area for the better part of the day. So all of the matches going to be played in its entirety at reduced overs. Instead of 10 overs per inning, it's going to be 6 overs per inning. So if you're just joining us and you're wondering why the games has been reduced to 6 overs, that is exactly the reason. So first win for Bangladesh. We have to say congratulations to them. They have got the names in the winning column. And again, we want to say welcome to MAQ TV. Spread the word. We're going to be here for quite some time in the day. And again, let me remind folks that in the night, Lauderhill night cricket, tonight is going to be the finals because last week inclement weather would have aborted the game that should have played last week. So after we'd have left here tonight, we'll be headed to the sports park to continue viewing cricket on the lights there at the sports park. And the strategic point would be Oakland Park and University Drive. That's the strategic point where the game is going to be played tonight. So until game number 4 for a little bit.